You know, this could be the opening crawl for almost every Star Wars.
An investigation by Luminara Unduli led to the discovery of Queen Karina the Great.
Hang on, Queen Karina the Great. I didn't really think about it before, but that's a fun little play on the fact that Poggle is the lesser and she's the great. Huh.
The Jedi apprehended her advisor, Poggle the Lesser.
So I don't really get Poggle's deal. I know you'll answer the question, though. He's the Queen's advisor? What does that mean in the grand scheme of what he does? Also, I guess according to Yularen, they won, which is crazy to think about given how massive they made this takeover seem. Was Poggle the victory? Did all the fighting stop when they apprehended him? The advisor the lesser? The general advisor the lesser? I love all this trash talking we see Poggle doing here as he passes Ahsoka and Barriss, then good old ice cream head.
I've just received a distress signal.
No, guys, there's no way.
I've just received a distress signal from our forces on Dantooine.
They say someone almost got their planet blown up or something.
They're on Dantooine.
There, you see, Lord Vader?
The Republic must begin debriefing Poggle right away if we're to get useful intelligence from him.
I suggest we let our Padawans handle the supply mission.
Their faces say all, man, I swear. Ahsoka immediately smiling at the thought, and Barriss like, not again.
Whatever needs to be done, Master. I'm happy to help. As am I.
Although when Barriss hears how gung-ho Ahsoka is, she seemingly gets inspired to pull up those bootstraps and get ready to get the job done. You know, Barriss could have had a lot more cool moments. It kind of sucks how little screen time she gets, especially if she winds up being in new Star Wars projects. You know, I forgot how many badass clones we get in this particular episode. And I'm gonna unravel this whole, oh, that's Boost. No, wait, that's Gree. No, wait, it's the same asset. Circle of hell we've been in talking about. Who the hell are these troopers? And are they just reusing assets for convenience or what? Spoiler alert, probably. But this fine-looking group of gentlemen are called Tango Company. I have zero idea who they're supposed to belong to, but we got Scythe over here with the cool face tat, Lieutenant Trap with this tiger on his chest, which apparently they all have on there somewhere. And I can't tell yet who these are, but we also got Pulsar, who is the crutch of my argument here, as if you'll notice, he's also the same asset as Jester from the Hidden Enemy, making me want to join Slick Squad. That's some fucking facial hair. Shit, sign me up for this squad, Slick. Then we also have Havoc, not to be confused with Havoc of the Rancor Battalion. Edge over here with his also gray-ass hair, but still different than Sinker from the Wolfpack and the one from the Clone Wars movie, and Ox. I wouldn't get that attached to any of them if I were you, though. Yeah, you guys see what I mean. What are these things anyway? They're not Geonosians, clearly. We saw the size of them big old queen booty-licking eggs earlier, but I don't know. Are they an animal? Clearly the worms can't lay an egg this big. I don't think so, at least. Anyone got anything? Anyone?
Boo, you
all right. Damn, Trap, that's one way to get accidentally shot. Oh yeah, and Edge also has them baby blue eyes that we never really see, unless it's the blue shadow virus, I guess.
Hope I didn't interrupt any pleasant dreams.
You know what? I love Ox's dorky-ass haircut, actually. Oh, geez, man, even Trap's got blue eyes? Why do they always gotta get grouped together? You guys think there's significance to that? Like I mentioned, the Blue Shadow Squad? Do blue eyes make better groups?
Got another mission, sir? We're making a medical supply run to Ord Cestus.
Come on, man. Pulsar 2? I'm not complaining. I mean, they look sick. I'm just pointing it out is all. No need to fear. Overanalyzing Star Wars is here.
Thought we were bred for battle. We were bred to follow orders, Pulsar. Got a problem with that? No, sir.
Oh, good. Now give Jester his face back.
Up, brother. Up and at him.
I swear to God, every single time I watch this, I get the heebie-jeebies, man.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Ironic.
Thank you, sir.
It's weird how his voice got deeper because of the worm, I guess, but what's always bothered me is the Geonosians, when normal, walk just fine. Creepy and bug-like, sure, but yeah, they seem alright. Able to clickety-clackety their language and whatnot, but then as soon as they get infected, they do the typical zombie wobble and make those weird-ass groans and whatnot. So why is it that for humans, they're just still able to talk and everything, and walk and whatnot? Because they're off-rip more intelligent? I don't know, that seems weak to me. You'd think that things wouldn't work at all then. How intelligent is the worm then? We'll get more into this later. See, man, he just looks pissed.
We are ready to make our jump, Master Fisto.
All right, talk about overanalyzing. You know, if it wasn't for the similarities to the other episodes, I might not have noticed it, but this is actually the same cockpit asset that we saw Luminara in back in Cloak of Darkness. Only it isn't the same kind of ship, interestingly enough. It's almost as if they reuse the same asset. But yeah, it's button for button, exactly the same asset. The screen and everything. Only for some reason, I'm just now noticing how god-awful the stars look in Cloak of Darkness compared to this one. Jeez, even the clone pilots are the same, which, yeah, okay, I get it, they're always the pilots, but still, the fact that the ships are different, but everything else is identical, just tickles my overanalyzing fancy in a way words can't describe.
I look forward to your arrival.
Am I the only other one that gets a kick out of the fact that Jedi just sleep on flat metal beds but bother introducing a pillow? You might as well go all out savage at that point, honestly. I always imagine those Leku are kind of like big old marshmallow things anyway, right?
What? What is it?
I don't know why, but I always love that little moment. Gotta suck being a Jedi in an apartment, though. I had roommates growing up, and I definitely don't want to be force connected to whatever they thought about before bed.
It's too quiet. It's a big change from all the fighting the last few days.
You should enjoy this peace while it lasts.
I can't. Let's go eat.
I mean, come on, we go from this Geonosian zombie to this dude wholly planning an egg hunt to get the rest of these, knowing when and where to drop them. Why the inhibitor chip, Palpatine? All you needed was these worms? The Geonosian queen about to take that Geico lizard's place, saving Palpatine a ton a month on clone insurance. You know, I think the only eggs that actually hatch like that, just rolling them around or whatever, are the Chow eggs in Sonic the Hedgehog. No, not yet, not yet. We'll probably get a better angle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same mess hall we see a bunch of times. A mess hall, if you don't know, is literally a military term for a cafeteria, basically. Because it's for sure the same one from Hidden Enemy.
Oh boy, what a mess.
Thank God they're not eating those random square things like these other clones were.
I was just thinking about what you said earlier, about enjoying the peace while it lasts. As a Jedi, I'm not sure I know how to do that.
Oh, never mind. They're just smaller squares. You know, Ahsoka, not for nothing, but you basically spent your entire life at peace until like 6 months ago or something, right? Right?
Master Windu has said we are keepers of the peace, not warriors. However, once the war is over, it will be our job to maintain the peace.
I like that she specifically attributes this to Mace Windu. Obviously, he told us that in Attack of the Clones, but it's noteworthy that Mace's master, Sislin Mir or whatever, was also a Milaran or whatever. So there's a chance he picked that up from her, who probably said it a lot in front of other Milarans. I mean, she didn't credit her own punk-ass master, so, you know, there's that.
Yes, but...
Now, hang on, Ahsoka. We got it. Okay, all right. It says caution, and I don't know, probably a bunch of other real words or something.
Will we do so as keepers of the peace or warriors? And what's the difference?
Nah, man, I love this little interaction. It's moments like these that make the show shine, in my opinion. Ahsoka basically plays the role of what the audience is thinking in the show, and it's one of the reasons we're supposed to identify with her and like her as the show goes on, but conversations that challenge the Jedi Order in the show are a notch above the rest for me. You fill in those prequels, George.
Like you, I'm a learner. What does your master tell you?
Anakin?
Anakin, you can't murder Jedi kids. That's wrong.
I love children. My love language is an act of service. It just so happens that killing counts as an act of service.
You know, just a friendly reminder to check out Zenger's YouTube channel if you haven't already. Link in the description.
You might find some of his thoughts on the future a bit radical.
Why?
Let's just say my master will always do what needs to be done.
Master
I'm not even sure how peacetime will agree with him.
I know y'all heard that little cue to Vader's theme right there. You fill in those original trilogies, Kevin Kiner.
Just came up to check on a scythe. We're on course and all systems are green. What the? We have control of the bridge.
Yeah, I guess worms know what a bridge is. Seriously, okay, so clearly all of their motor skills stay intact. Their knowledge and etiquette even. It's like, what the hell, man? Also, I'm just now noticing this weird paint job outline on the window. What is that? Gross. I guess dirt? Hang on. I wonder. Oh, wow, jeez. Okay, even this weird-ass outline is exactly the same asset from Cloak of Darkness. How do you not get Coruscant right in the same episode? I knew going into this series I'd find way more similarities and whatnot, but geez, man, this is a whole new level of knowing this show.
Evening, Ox. Edge, would you like to join us? Something wrong, troopers?
Troopers, stand down!
What are you doing?
Two clones just attacked us. Trap, do you know what happened to those troopers?
Just as confused as...
You're in charge of those men. Did you order them to kill us?
I did not. Look, no guns.
Hey guys, I think they reused the same base paint job for these shoulder stripes in the middle here. I just thought I'd mention it. Man, the tension of not knowing who a zombie is reminds me of the Hidden Enemy with all the clones and not knowing which one was the traitor.
My master had a clone betray them once. A traitor who was paid off by Ventress.
Hey look, she said it.
We should make sure that we're still in control of the bridge.
We need to find out what's going on.
Havoc can watch them until we check on the bridge.
The cargo ship failed to check in on schedule.
I don't like it. They're in trouble.
Have faith in your Padawan.
She would have checked in.
Like you always do.
Good point.
I love Rex's smirk right over here. That's a nice touch. As nice of a moment between the two of them this actually is. I'm calling your bluff, Obi-Wan. When do you ever not freak out about Anakin not answering your calls? Padme can vouch for me.
Sometimes I don't think you realize how alike you two have become.
We need to continue our interrogation of Poggle.
He's being most uncooperative.
Keep your ears open in case Ahsoka calls.
Got it.
I don't know why he says this like such a creep, as if it was some secret between the two of them. You not telling anybody else? So how exactly did Ox and Edge escape? They were the ones who left the bridge to go to the mess hall. Also, see, even the second room behind this one is the same asset as Cloak of Darkness. These ships be wildin'.
Engage the autopilot.
And who is this guy? This random clone with no markings on his armor? We watched the three of them, Scythe, Edge, and Ox, walk up in here, take out the two pilots, and drag them off. So who's this guy, and why is he here now?
I'll attempt to override the controls.
And they can fake it too? I completely forgot that he's the one that walked them all the way over here before this. What the hell, man? The logic in this be wildin' too.
He's infected! Get this thing off me!
You clearly had a moment to realize he's infected before you ignited your lightsaber, Barriss. They did a really good job at making Barriss clearly not cut out for this whole war thing everybody keeps talking about. You know how someone who can't handle violent situations, who just kind of freaks out and throws caution to the wind? That's this interaction right here. And if there was ever a moment that traumatized Barriss into bombing the Jedi Temple, I'd say this moment was one hell of a contender. And that little, gross shoulder thing shake she does, man, really gives zero fucks right now.
What is that?
Looks like some type of parasite. It must be controlling their actions.
So I guess I shouldn't have stabbed him, huh?
Trap was my friend. He would never have tried to kill us.
Besides that one time where he tried to kill us.
We'll have to quarantine the ship.
We should also contact Master Fisto. That sound, it's...
Matt Wood. So guys, what the hell is making the Geonosian noise? You see their mouths moving, insinuating it's them, and the worms don't have mouths, I don't think. So why were they speaking in basic to each other when they were alone before? I guess Dave said no subtitles, so there's that.
We have to help him.
It's too late.
Now he must be stabbed.
I'll go to the reactor room and disable the thrusters.
This lighting shot looks sick, actually.
We have to stop the ship from reaching the medical station.
It bothers me more than it should that Ahsoka's foot just walks over this empty space when they could have moved it like 3 inches to the left on the actual metal. Dave Filoni, canceled.
I think we should stay together.
Unfortunately, that's not a luxury we have right now. One of us must succeed, Ahsoka. If you need to, you'll do what must be done. I know it.
Yes, of course.
For being such a little shit, Barrister is okay with dying honorably all the time. That's gotta be what she meant by that, in case I go and get infected like I'm about to go do. And here's the classic Republic medical station we saw in Shadow of Malevolence, shaped like the Republic insignia, of course.
The only way we can stop these parasites is to analyze them.
You mean over-analyze them?
What if they get loose?
We will take precautions.
I have a bad feeling about this, Master Fisto.
If there's one thing we clones know, it's how to stop a Jedi.
Such delicious irony.
Hey, you're not supposed to tell her that yet.
Almost got it.
I vibe every time these Congo drums get going, I swear.
Rex, this is Ahsoka. Boy, am I glad to hear your voice.
Do you guys get it? It's funny because she technically heard it all day. Do you get it?
Are you okay?
Not exactly.
Make sure you have a wrist comm. Keep it on.
You really have been walking around this whole time without one? Jesus, Ahsoka. You know what, though? Wait, no, you absolutely had one on the mess hall before. What's going on here? Wait, in the next shot, like 2 seconds later, she doesn't have it again. Dave? Dave?
Find Barriss and wait for my signal.
Jesus H. Christ!
Barriss, you're back. Barriss? Barriss, no!
And now the worms can use the Force. All right, so tell me, is the Queen controlling this? What do the worms do exactly? How do they just, how do they just know to be like, okay, whatever it is we're supposed to be doing, let's just do the opposite of that, no matter what it is. I don't know, man. Kids show or not, I have questions.
I'm your friend. Snap out of it. Paris, it's not you.
Guys, it's the music.
You will answer my questions.
Your feeble Jedi mind tricks do not work on Geonosians.
Mind tricks? I don't need mind tricks to get you to talk.
I will never talk.
We'll see about that.
Man, this episode just wilding out with the Cloak of Darkness similarities. But yeah, just to recap from like 14 months ago, this is what I meant when I said Anakin wouldn't have minded Ahsoka trying to bust a cap in Nute Gunray.
Geonosian parasites have infected her crew. Poggle said the parasites must have needed a new host after we raided the Queen's temple.
You interrogated Poggle?
I did.
How did you get him to talk?
All that matters is that he told me how to stop the worms.
I kind of wish they didn't swipe away from that conversation so fast. We could have had another weird look from Obi-Wan and a moment of Luminara putting the pieces together like, oh, no wonder Ahsoka almost turned Nute into sushi before.
The worms are affected by the cold.
That's how we stop them?
Rupture the coolant system.
The coolant system. Got it.
Triforce! I like how rupturing the coolant system just requires one simple lever that goes ahead and adjusts the lighting for Lucasfilm also to help sell the color of cold. Convenient. I'm no ship expert, real or imaginary, but why wouldn't there just be one or even a few giant ones? For the record, I have regretted saying few things on this show, but man, was that one of them. You guys, I was just excited. I didn't literally mean like one giant engine, even though I said it, but shit, man, what do you all have to say about this?
Send out the tugs to help guide them in.
I don't get it, man. Why is Nal Se still here on this medical station in this one weird outfit? She clearly doesn't stay here all the time. Why now?
Sound all the alarms and prepare the sub-zero conduits. Engage tractor beam. Hold up.
All right, let's do this, baby. We got access, control, or Funk 1, Funk 2, Funk 3, Funk 4. Okay, you get it. Then we have level, control, vortex, disengage, and thrust level. I swear, it's ridiculous that I can do this, yet can't write in Spanish after 2 years of it in high school.
There you are. You can't hide from me.
I love how creepy that sounds, man. You can't hide from me. Also, sticking with all the nostalgia in this episode, this is what I had in mind back in Trespass when I mentioned the cold animations looking cool with the breaths and whatnot. The way they have Ahsoka shake during all of this is such a solid selling point for the cold. And that handy lighting lever from earlier helps.
The bridge, at last.
You know, I hate this for Ahsoka. Besides being a Floridian, I've worked in plenty of restaurants. You try spending more than 2 minutes in a walk-in freezer looking for ice cream or whatever, and tell me you don't want to explode, let alone in a tube top.
I'm shutting down the engines. I'll try to reverse the...
Kill me. Please.
You know what? The more this goes on, the more I feel like maybe I could fuck with Barriss. I don't know. Something about her willingness to die all the time? Maybe I can relate. Okay, so I guess it was the worms making the noises before? This is one hell of a worm, though. The other ones already started dying. This one got blasted to the face and is still like, give me that Ahsoka! I love the way they make you think, oh damn, she didn't just... No.
I got her. Stay on guard. They may still be dangerous.
I swear, man, this guy is always smiling other than 5 minutes ago when he was yelling at Ahsoka.
We're ready to pick up the supplies.
We'll take care of that.
You're safe. Barriss is fine, thanks to your efforts.
What were those things?
I think I can help answer that.
Okay, geez, man, I was just kidding.
They are the same type of creature you found on Geonosis.
This parasite might explain how they recaptured the planet the first time. I don't want it happening again.
Hang on. How did I forget about that? So you guys, did this happen? We just saw full well that the clones can, like, do anything while infected. Does that mean the worms took over the Geonosians, causing them to retake the planet? Or they took over the clones, helping them retake the planet? Wouldn't someone, like, know about that? Or wouldn't they be able to leave? Okay, now I have questions.
Master Skywalker, may I have a word? On the ship, Barris was gone. She wanted me to kill her.
But you couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't. But should I have? It worked out now. But if we had failed?
It's your duty to save as many lives as you can. Barris knew you could save thousands if the worms were destroyed, which she thought meant destroying her too.
Yeah, not exactly, Anakin. She kind of just killed Trap in cold blood and watched the worm just come on out afterwards. So I think she just kind of wanted out of this whole war thing.
Letting go of our attachments is a difficult struggle for all of us. You followed your instincts. I'm sure she would agree that you made the right choice.
Among the nice moments between Ahsoka and Anakin, I think this is one of the better ones. Letting go of attachment is Anakin's, only real problem? It's different from the heart-to-heart they had in Storm over Ryloth. Then it was more about assuming command and taking heart after heavy losses in battle, which Anakin also related to, but this is one of those do as I say, not as I do moments, and they help with the whole dark side thing Anakin's got going on later. Well, I gotta say, I always remember liking this one the most, but this time around I kind of think Legacy of Terror does it a little better for me. You know, besides Buzz. I like this one, and if nothing else, it does a good job establishing a dynamic between Ahsoka and Barriss more than Weapons Factory. It really does shine some light into Barriss's misgivings with the war and the Jedi's place in all of it, which is always welcome for me too. But damn, if nothing else, what a fantastic arc it's been. This season is just out the gate with the movie tropes, and boy do they nail it. The crazy thing about this arc is we've never seen anything so massive in this show yet, like all kinds of different genres. Plus, technically, Poggle and animation for them is new, Ki-Adi-Mundi's someone new, the flamethrowers are someone new, Clovis's big ol' ass is new. I mean, a ton of it.
Patron shoutouts!
If you want to see the next episode of OSW early, then consider becoming a patron. Link in the description below. The biggest shoutouts go out to Drakmir, my first patron, What's a Pirate, Wappa Killer, Alderaanian, Stormtrooper Trainer, an Operatic Bubble, a Shepherd of Banthas, Milwaukee Monkey Lizard Maker, Rancor Fighter, Mon Cala Warrior, Savage's Brother, Weequay Schwarzenegger, Grandmaster Cheater, Hologram Thief, Sock Donator, Senator, a Geonosian Jedi, a Cave Dweller, and a Commander from the Before Times, now forever an Ice Cream Cone. I love you, Drakmir. And Jeremy Rubinstein, our newest Ice Cream Cone. Jeremy, I'm sorry, I feel like I have nothing to follow up on that one with, so you know what? You can come with us for the rest of the patron shoutouts this time. I promise next week will change the world. More huge shoutouts go out to my commanders. Mr. Schnuffle the Land Dweller, who was once one of those clones for the first battle of Geonosis that got infected by the worms, but for some reason their worm and them actually got along really well and they decided not to infect the rest of the army, so they could hang out forever. William Lynch the Destroyer, Luminara's first Padawan before Barriss, found out that her, Luminara, and Mace would hang out and trade movie quotes all day, and got so offended for their lack of invite that they found Barriss in Republic Jail and erased all of her cool square tattoos off. More shoutouts go out to my Master Jedis, Marcus Fleischer, Ahsoka's first roommate before they kicked her out for thinking about all the things she talks about in Zenger's videos all night. You know what? Now you have to go watch them. Neporax, the secret king of Geonosis, decided, man, this queen sounds really creepy actually, and decided to move out and go find one of those Twi'leks Jabba keeps yapping about. RMC Nasty 01, who in RMC Nasty fashion walked in on Jabba with no, not the Twi'leks guys, but none other than Salacious B. Crumb himself. I won't tell you where the name Crumb comes from. Varium, who after months of failed attempts, finally found a spot where people appreciate their ice cream worms, conveniently located in Scythe's barracks on the ship, so that's how that one random clone got infected in the cockpit. And Queen Caraway snuck her way onto Ahsoka's ship before leaving Geonosis because she saw how cool Barriss looked with that worm giving Ahsoka that Gene Simmons tongue and thought, you know what? I want one too. More huge shoutouts go out to my Jedi Knights, Devil Boy X, Corchin, Celsus Volpace, and Taco Llama. Alright, we're finally done with this arc. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but if you guys are familiar with Nicholas Damiani's channel, he makes some great animations, and I'm sure you already know about his channel, but we're gonna be collaborating on Grievous Intrigue coming up soon, so stick around for that one. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.